What is up, everybody? This is Ray from Rated R Reviews, and I'm coming back at you guys with another movie review. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2. Volume 2. Whoa, okay. So, before we get into the movie and any description, anything like that, do me a favor. Just stop for a second. Go and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, please. I'm trying to grow the channel. I'm trying to do more stuff like this. So if you like my content, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell notification button and share. Share the video, like the video, come back anytime to the channel. Just please hit that subscribe button. Onward with the movie review. This is a doozy. Movie stars: Chris Pratt, Vin Diesel, Dave Bautista, Zoe Saldana, Bradley Cooper, Kurt Russell, Sean Gunn. You have a lot of people in this movie. So, movie came out 2017, past weekend. It's rated PG-13, so you can take your kids to it. The basic rundown of the movie is Peter Quill and his Guardians are trying to protect this battery formation, or this power source for these gold people in the very beginning of the movie, while somewhere along the lines, the very same gold people get upset with the Guardians and are chasing them down. While running away from the gold people, they come across this being who saved them from the gold people, and that being that actually saved them winds up being what you call a celestial. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, a celestial has not yet been shown, so this is going to be very interesting. This is the first time they actually show a celestial character, and that is the basic premise of the starting point of the film. Directed by James Gunn. He actually also wrote the movie. I'm going to start off with the pros first. Number one, the action in this movie throughout the whole film is fun, lighthearted, very entertaining, and a beautiful spectacle to the eye. I was watching the explosions and the animated creatures and just the funny jokes in between, because the comedy is another pro in this movie, and it's just to a certain point. And it's just the action sequences are very fun, lighthearted. They keep you entertained. They keep you in the movie. And there are quite a few of them, so I do recommend just see it off of that right there. There is no doubt about it. You will be entertained. Some highlights of the movie: Baby Groot, him and his cuteness, running around doing weird things and misunderstanding what the other characters are telling him to do, had me laughing out loud literally at least about 4 or 5 times, and the other few times you're just gonna go, oh, because it's adorable. It's an adorable character. Marvel's gonna make $1 billion off of that little character alone. So there you go. Another surprising character that was actually really fun to watch, and he wound up being a bigger character in this movie than he was in the first one, was Yondu. If you don't remember Yondu is the guy whose skin color is blue and has like that mohawk, and he's whistling while controlling a red arrow. His character actually took a bigger part in this film, surprisingly, and did extremely well. He was really entertaining to watch, especially his banter with Rocket Raccoon. So that was very fun to watch. There's several stories going on, but there's only one main story that the movie is actually following. Every other story arc in the movie is kind of just being touched on. So you have the main story arc, which is between Ego and Peter Quill. Peter Quill being Starlord, the main character, Chris Pratt's character. The other story arcs are between like Nebula and Gamora, how they're sisters. They're both the daughters of Thanos, which is going to be the main villain in Infinity Wars. So their relationship is very, very touchy because they constantly fight each other. So every time Nebula lost a fight to Gamora, she was tortured in one way or the other. It's pretty messed up, actually. Now, Ego has an assistant. I forget that character's name right now for the moment. But she has the antennae coming up, and she has like the darker eyes with dark black hair. She kind of reads people. She's an empath. She reads people's feelings and emotions, and she can kind of calm people down. Her character and Drax have this banter back and forth where he keeps calling her ugly, and she's like, okay, thanks. You know, it was kind of funny back and forth. That's pretty much it. Drax being called Drax, like he's known as Drax the Destroyer, and he has a very heartfelt and deep and dark origin story, because he loses his wife, he loses his child, and that's what makes him the Destroyer, because he no longer cares and he wants to fight. So he's darker, much darker in the comics. The first Guardians of the Galaxy kind of was going along that route, because he was like out for vengeance, but he still wasn't dark. He was they used him more as like a comedy type of thing, and in this one they use him a lot for comedy. Here he's not even Drax the Destroyer, they just call him Drax, and he's kind of made to look like a fool while still making fun of other people, but he is still a hero, so you still look at him like, oh, he's still, you know, he's still a cool character, but he's not the Destroyer. I don't know what's gonna happen there, but so far it's okay. What they're doing with his character is okay. I just don't think it's enough on the darker side. Not that I want everything to be dark, I'm just saying with a name like the Destroyer, you should actually fight in a movie. He didn't really fight in this movie. He stabbed things a couple of times and that was it. Anyway, so another relationship they had in the movie, which was interesting, that I touched on before, was Yondu and Rocket. Yondu and Rocket had this, like, they're almost like the same character type of thing, except Rocket is much smarter when it comes to obviously tech and developing things, and he's a great pilot, and Yondu is more intelligent when it comes to people and dealing with situations than Rocket is. But they are in essence almost like the same, they're cut from the same cloth, and they explain that in the movie. So when you hear that speech from Yondu to the Rocket, you're like, oh yeah, you're right, you guys are pretty much the same thing. Still entertaining. I still laughed several times. Yondu's a cool character, Rocket's a cool character. The voiceover I still don't really feel that much. Like the Rocket the Raccoon voiceover, I for me it doesn't fit. I don't. The character's still funny and everything. It's just like, and the actor does a great job. I just the meshing of them together, I don't know. For me it didn't fit. Anyway, and then the relationship that Groot has with everyone. He is baby Groot. They look at him as the baby, obviously, as the kid, as the one that they constantly look after. Kind of like the way my whole family looks after my nephew. By the way, he has his own YouTube channel. My nephew, it's called Bash in Motion. Check it out. Cute kid, reviews toys. Think you'll enjoy it. All right, he's our baby Groot. Interesting concept of relationships. They focused mainly on Ego and Peter, which was about 70% of the movie, which I really did enjoy, especially the darker parts of the story, which were really kind of dark when you think about them. Now the cons of the movie that I have to be 100% honest with. One, there was too many jokes that were kind of like off timing, or you kind of saw the rhythm of the jokes coming. Like you knew there was going to be a joke coming down the line while you watch, if you were paying attention to the movie, and it was just like a little bit too predictable. Some jokes were funny, like really funny, and then other jokes you're like, hey, that's like almost similar to the joke that I said 10 minutes ago. Drax's stuff, his dry comedy, which is designed that way, was funny, entertaining, but it was too much of it. It kind of got on my nerves after a while. The little jokes with, especially somebody named Taserface, was like, it was funny, entertaining, but you saw where it was going, and you're like, alright, it was funny, it was quick, it's only like 10 seconds, so let it go, it's fine. The baby Groot thing, you never really got tired of, I'm sorry. I don't know if anybody really got tired of the baby Groot stuff, but I was laughing, or I was like this, like, oh, he's so cute, oh. They mentioned David Hasselhoff a couple of times throughout the movie. I think they mentioned him like 5 times. Somewhere in the movie, David Hasselhoff, and this is a spoiler warning, David Hasselhoff, somewhere along the lines, actually had a cameo in the movie, and I was just like, ugh. They even had music from David Hasselhoff at the end of the movie, and I was just like, come on. I don't know, some people laughed. They thought it was hilarious. Even during a dramatic part, which actually was kind of funny, during a dramatic moment, and in the mini monologue, he mentions David Hasselhoff again. I'm like, come on. Like, let David Hasselhoff go. Please stop with the David Hasselhoff. David Hasselhoff in real life must be friends with Peter Gunn, who's the director, or is it James Gunn? Peter Gunn's his brother. One of the Gunn brothers. He's friends with them, and he just threw him in there. I don't know what the hell, trying to revive his career or something. But all I know is that I was kind of getting annoyed with the whole David Hasselhoff thing. The main villain of the movie. If you don't know who the main villain is, then I'm not gonna spoil it for you here. But the main villain of the movie didn't really seem like a main villain. The villain seemed like an asshole. Like he made a bunch of mistakes, made stupid decisions, horrible decisions, and then continued to make them because certain decisions from the past made any sense. So yeah, I just continue. I'm just gonna keep doing this. There was only one moment where I was like, yeah, this character has to die now. You know, because usually when you see a movie, you watch the villain, you either love the villain, but you're like, I love that villain, but you gotta go, bro, because you're doing stupid shit. This one, I was like, whatever, it doesn't really. Then you find out that one thing that he did, and you're like, what? You got to die. The trailer's aimed at these gold people, these gold beings, as being a main focal point throughout the movie. I'm gonna give a theory about that, and that theory I'm gonna give in part 2 to this video. This is only part 1, so this is the Guardians of the Galaxy movie review part 1. The second video will be based upon the after credit scenes. Overall, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is a smart, funny, highly entertaining movie, very fast-paced, has some good story in there. Some of the comedy is a little too much. Some of the side stuff, you're just like, it wasn't really necessary, but you know what, I can't really complain. This movie is definitely worth your movie ticket, is worth the price of your movie ticket. Head out to the movies. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I saw this movie online, and I saw half of it, and I was like, you know what? I really like this movie. It's worth it. I'm going to stop watching it now, and boom, I headed to the theaters. That's why I was supposed to release this this video a couple of days ago, but I was like, nah, let me see it in the theater. Let me actually get the experience. So I saw it yesterday in the theater, and I was like, okay. Yeah, now I could write down my review. So I saw the movie 1.5 times. David Hasselhoff stuff, man. David Hasselhoff is gonna freaking smack you. Guys, I hope you enjoyed my movie review of the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Please subscribe, like, share, hit that bell notification, and yeah, please come back anytime. Peace.